So I was kind of tired of the look of this table and I wanted to build a more traditional one. I had an idea in mind and it was going to be really super easy and beginner friendly. I grabbed this 10-inch by 4-foot piece of wood and then I grabbed some table legs. I've also seen this trim before at Lowe's and I've been dying to use it. And bonus, I only needed one piece of it. I'm really indecisive, so I had 3 different stains tinted at the paint desk so I could test them all out. I like to use these chairs for my projects to clamp things to so I can route it in this instance, and I got stung by some wasps. That sucked. So I had to find a different place where I can route this piece of wood that I got. I just routed the sides and the front of it. And then I wanted to see what it would look like with the legs right here, and it all fell apart on me. I was just trying to picture in my head how it would all go together. I had some scrap pieces of wood for the inside that I used pocket holes to attach the legs together. Once the 2 side legs were together, I needed to connect the other 2. I'm just using scrap 1x3s here that I had left over from other projects in my garage, and I'm attaching them to the legs with pocket holes. Here I'm using that piece of trim that I bought as a spacer underneath, so that way it'll end up being flush with the front once it's attached. I'm using the 1x3s and pocket holes to attach the legs to the top of it so they're not seen. And here's what I mean by adding the trim onto the front and it being flush. I used glue and brad nails to attach that to the 1x3s. The trim itself isn't thick enough to really add pocket holes to. That's why I'm using the 1x3s behind them. That way this table is way more sturdy. And this is what it looks like before stain. I'll eventually have the plans to build this table yourself in my Etsy shop. You can follow me there. The link is in my bio. I don't usually use wood conditioner, but I know it's recommended with soft woods like pine, so I figured I'd give it a try. And here's the 3 stain colors I'm testing. The colors I was testing is pecan, aged leather, and hickory, and I ended up going with hickory because I thought it would be perfect for this table. You can see here, I didn't think ahead too far and I got stain on the sidewalk, so I ended up putting a piece of scrap plywood right there and then pulling into the shade because it's Texas and it's hot as hell outside. I believe it was over 100 this day. I also always use gloves when I stain, that way I don't get stain all over my hand, and I'm just using a stain rag here. That's my preferred method over brushing it on. Once the stain was all dry, I added a satin finished clear coat because I wanted it to be extra protected. And this is how it turned out. Isn't it gorgeous? That finish is so pretty. Do you think this is something that you'd want to build? Are you excited to see this in my Etsy shop? This little table was so easy. I got the whole thing done in a day.